welcome back everybody. Today I am launching something new. On the last episode we went around the moon, we got a lot of science, and I managed to get some parts to start developing Kethane. So today I'm sending up a Kethane probe to begin mapping the moon. Now here we're coming into the influence of the moon, and the thing that I have to do is set my orbit up to where it's a polar orbit, because what I want is for the probe to rotate around the planet along the poles, so as the moon, well, the moon's not a planet, but you get the point. So as the moon rotates, it will rotate underneath the probe as it spins around the poles, and this will use the motion of the probe's orbit to slowly scan the entire surface of the moon. So here we are hitting the maneuver node, bringing everything into place. The hardest part is waiting for it to hit. I'm always afraid I'll overshoot. Go. Then we just have to normalize the orbit with another maneuver node to bring us down close. I went ahead and shed the extra weight of that other stage, so that way I can get into position a little bit easier. And here we are, finishing off the last bit of corrections on our orbit. Bring everything nice and tight in around the moon. Go. I kind of overdid a little bit, but that won't matter. As Bob Ross said, we don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. I think that applies with the Kerbal Space Program quite a bit. So here we are, getting ready for the unveiling of the probe. Try a little spin here to get these fairings to fly off, but I didn't have my rate of spin up high enough to pull it off with style, but here it is. It's basic probe core with some solar panels, batteries, lights, and a Kethane scanner on the top. There's the lights. Now, I probably won't use the lights much in the actual scanning process, because they will take away from my limited battery space, and if I'm on the dark side of the moon, it can cut my scanner off if I run out of electricity. There it goes. beeping away. And I go ahead and ditch that bottom stage. This is it. I've still got some fuel and a tiny engine for any type of corrections that I'll need to do. But it is set and ready to go. I really get a kick out of doing these little probes. I always try to see if I can make them smaller, more efficient. So here you can see it's already starting to scan a line. The green shows where there's kethane present, the gray shows where there's not. And as we time accelerate, it will begin to map. You can see it shut off there. That's because it ran out of electricity. So I will have to shut the lights out on it. I don't think that's going to be a big problem. You can see as we're coming back around, the spin of the moon is doing our work for us. All we have to do is wait long enough, and eventually we'll have the entire moon mapped out. Now, here we are with the probe that I sent to Minmus. My unveiling goes a little bit better with this one. But we're pretty much set up the same way that we were with the one for the moon. The main difference with this one is I set up the orbit to where it does not go onto the dark side of the planet. So with this, at least for now, with the initial mapping that gets done, with this, I won't have the dropout in electrical charge because it will always have one side exposed to the sun. So this should go a lot more efficiently, which is good because I actually want to spend more time exploring Minmus than the moon. I will have to do some stuff with the moon just to get the science that I need, but I enjoy messing around on Minmus a lot more just because the gravity is a lot lower, it's a lot more forgiving, and for me it just seems a little bit easier to hit all the biomes. So now all I have to do is just let this run until I get it mapped out, and then I'll be set to send up a Kethane refinery, and then an exploratory science lander that can use the refinery in order to be able to hit all of the biomes to get all of the science. So anyway, thanks for checking this out. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, we will actually start to do some pretty neat exploration and setting up some infrastructure.